the song from the musical The Muscle Man, sung by...
Streets full of people, all alone. Roads full of houses, never home. Church full of singing, out of tune. Everyone's gone to the moon. Eyes full of sorrow.
ABC, it's Mazzy. 50 years. 50 years. 1969 is a lot of 50th anniversaries. Abbey Road? But this isn't about Abbey Road. This is about July 20th, 1969. Man lands on the moon. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins. This is Everyone's Gone to the Moon by Jonathan King, 1965 on Parrot Records in the US, which was a subsidiary of London Records, and it was on Decca in the UK. Yeah, I know about him, so no personal shit. Anyway, you know, I'm gonna show you some music, share some music, tell you some stories, just tell you some moon songs. I'm not gonna play them all because I can't, and some I'm not gonna even talk about because Dark Side of the Moon, do you have to know any more about this album? You know? Out of here. Out of here, Pincus. Pincus Floydus. But again, I was at Jewish commie camp, Camp Swig. It was Camp Saratoga, and the Swigs from the Fairmont Hotel donated money, so it was a Zionist camp in the Saratoga Mountains near Santa Cruz, south from San Francisco. And I watched the moon landing, or at least what they showed, because it wasn't like today's video, with Walter Cronkite, Wally Schirra. But my first heroes were the Mercury 7 astronauts when I was a kid. And my dad got me these photographs from press photos from Alan Shepard, the first American in space.
We have ignition. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Capsule. Then came Gemini, then Apollo. Apollo 11 on the 20th of July, 50 years ago, 1969.
Space control at Houston. Radio command. The team below that gave the go. They have got
Mr. Moonlight, cover, sang by John Lennon on Beatles for Sale and Beatles 65 in America. Moon Age, Daydream. You know, I mean, you could do a bunch of Bowie space songs, right? One of the great, great songs ever written about the moon. Harry Mancini's Moon River. I wish I had the version that Audrey Hepburn sings like wisps away. I need to get that. Just gorgeous. Schmaltzy song, but one of the great fucking songs about the moon ever, ever, ever. Moonlight Drive. The Doors, from the Doors' Strange Days second album. One of the great songs of the 80s, The Killing Moon. This is my 12-inch single. Echo and the Bunnyman has an extended the all-night version, 9 minutes, 12 seconds. Actually, I did a version of this video that I had to take down because of all the songs Killing Moon, I got, you know, okay, I get it, but I'm promoting it, right? Eklund the Bunnyman from Liverpool. And of course, Moondance, right? Great album, great song. What a marvelous time for a moon dance. Moonlight Mile, Zippa, the Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, Andy Warhol cover. Is it about Andy Kaufman or the moon? Man on the Moon, REM, from the great, great album, Automatic for the People, my favorite REM record. Everybody needs this record. I was so into the space program when I was a kid. Again, they were my heroes. Mercury 7. The original astronauts, and then the Beatles came along. My Huckleberry Friend. Keep thinking of Huckleberry Hound when I hear that line. Moon Shadow, Cat Stevens, teaser in the Fire Cat. Great, great, great song. Ellen Berlin, How High the Moon. You need this record. You all need this record. God. How High the Moon. This is what you're hearing now. The Grateful Dead. Mountains of the Moon. From Aximoxa. Spell it backwards. Aximoxa. Say it backwards. Aximoxa. Grateful Dead, Warner Brothers. This is the first one before they remixed it. My original pressing. Actually, yes. Warner 7. Oh, by the way, that Bird song, which I put on, the second song was by the Byrds, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins from this Easy Rider. It wasn't the soundtrack, but it's what Columbia put out. They wanted, obviously, to make some sales because the movie was such a hit. And the Battle of Easy Rider, the Roger McGuinn version is on here, the Byrds version, and Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins. You know who they are. The men that went to the moon, except for Collins, who stayed up in the command space capsule. Blue Moon, Elvis Presley, Blue Moon. There's a moon in the sky called the moon, B-52s. Can you believe 50 years? Right now in Seattle at the Museum of Flight, they have the command module from Apollo 11. That's from the Smithsonian, and I went to see it a couple weeks ago. Amazing, amazing. So if you're around Seattle through September, see it here. Otherwise, you know, when it gets back, I don't know if it's touring, you know, opening up for Foghat or something, but maybe it's touring, but otherwise it'll be back to the Smithsonian. It was awesome, you know. They Saved him 50 years. Howlin' at the Moon. Now, you all know Hank Williams. My buddy Coleman told me this is the one. Mono version UK. It's a 40 greatest hits, and it's from the 70s, and he says it's the best record. I think it sounds great for the time of these recordings, but Howlin' at the Moon. I'm not gonna go there, but great record. Bike Ride to the Moon. Dukes of the Stratosphere on the 25 o'clock. They're actually XTC, they're psychedelic alter ego. Thank you, thank you.
Johnny Mercer and Harold Arlen.
And then the chairman of the board. Politically incorrect intro here. But one of the great
This man here
Moon songs.
is going to take me by the hand, and he's going to lead me down the right path to righteousness and all that other mother jazz. In the right tempo. Fly me to the moon. Let me swing among those
The
stars.
best live album by
Let me
Sinatra
see
in Vegas.
what
You need this
spring
album.
is like on.
Orchestrated, arranged by Quincy Jones, band leader Count Basie and his orchestra.
Hold my hand. In other words,
At the Sands
baby,
Hotel.
kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words,
Harvest,
please be true.
Harvest Moon, Harvest Moon.
In other words,
Which one? Oh well,
I love you.
probably this one, right? Because it's the moon. Thanks for celebrating 50 years of the moon landing with me. It's coming up on July 20th, 1969 to 2019. Oh God, I need to play this over and over again. You need this record. Everyone out there. This is an original reprise. Now, it's reprise, not reprise.
Why don't you fill my heart
It doesn't rhyme with
song?
eyes.
Let me
It rhymes with
sing
knees. Reprise.
forevermore, because you are all I long for, all I worship and I adore. In other words, please be true.
Watch the moon now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Mazzy loves you. Mazzy loves the moon. I'm gonna go get some moonshine now.